After 4 days and dozens of hours of deliberating, jurors in Bangor's triple murder trial are still trying to reach verdicts on what to do with the two men charged in the drug dispute slayings of 3 people. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Desumma. Chris Ficini is off tonight. Randall DeLuce and Nicholas Sexton were back in court this morning. The two men would yet get another day of waiting to find out what their fates will be. DeLuce and Sexton, of course, are facing 3 counts of murder each for the deaths of Daniel Borders, Nicole Lugden, and Lucas Toscano. Their bodies of all 3 victims were, of course, found in a burned-out car back in August of 2012. The jurors today are about to reach 44 hours of deliberation, the longest deliberation most of the attorneys involved have had to face. The jury spending a lot of time today on the issue of accomplice liability and asking the judge if someone can be charged with murder if they did not pull the trigger or acted out of fear. Many questions pointing to Nicholas Sexton's testimony where he claims DeLuce was responsible for the murders and Sexton only lit the car on fire with their bodies inside out of fear. So far today, no notes or clarifications were asked. The jurors will have the opportunity to break for the day and return tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, in other news, the son of former Red Sox broadcaster Jerry Remy will spend the rest of his life in prison. This comes after Jarrett Remy changed his plea to guilty in the stabbing death of his girlfriend. Prosecutors say Remy fatally stabbed Jennifer Martell at the couple's apartment in Waltham, Massachusetts last year. The defendant showed no emotion today as a detailed account from witnesses was read out loud. According to prosecutors, the attack began inside the couple's apartment before spilling out onto a patio where Martell allegedly screamed for help. Prosecutors say Remy continued to stab and slash her as neighbors tried to pull him away. She was pronounced dead a short time later. Area police are looking for the public's help with several robberies that happened yesterday. The first one was in Skowhegan. Police there say they're looking for a knife-wielding masked man who robbed a convenience store. Authorities say the man went into the Irving Circle K store on Madison Avenue at about 2:15 in the morning Monday. Police say the suspect made off with money from the register and the clerk's car keys. The car was left a short distance away from the store. A police canine then tracked the robber to a Beach Street home. Investigators say they were able to find evidence at the house, but no arrests were made. No one was hurt in the holdup. Anyone with any information should contact Skowhegan Police. Meanwhile, police in Brewer are searching for a man who they say robbed a Gulf convenience store on North Main Street just after 4 p.m. yesterday. Investigators say the robber did not show a weapon during the holdup. He was last seen running towards State Street after the robbery and may have crossed over the bridge into Bangor. Police say the person they're looking for in that case is a black male between 5'7" and 5'10" inches tall. He is clean-shaven and has a thin build. The suspect was last seen wearing a loose-fitting black pants, a dark gray zipped-up hoodie, and a brown winter cap. Investigators say anyone with any information should call the Brewer Police. Getting from here to there is just a little bit faster in some parts of the state these days. The Maine Department of Transportation has announced it's raising the speed limit on several sections of divided highway. Crews began switching over signs along I-295 early this morning, raising the speed limit to 70 miles per hour along the entire stretch from the Falmouth Town line all the way to the Toll Booth Plaza in Gardner. And that's not the only stretch of highway where the speed limit is going up. I-195 between the Turnpike and Old Orchard Beach went from 55 to 60 miles per hour, as did the Scarborough connector between I-295 and Route 1. Meanwhile, Interstate 95 north of Augusta, the speeds will increase from 65 to 70 miles per hour most of the way to Bangor. And the DOT also says speed limits on many highways in Greater Bangor will also be inching up. State officials say a lot of time and research went into making these decisions. Well, this next woman, when she was born, William McKinley was president. The Spanish-American War had just ended, and Oklahoma, get this, was 8 years away from becoming a state. A Michigan woman has witnessed some changes on her way to becoming America's oldest citizen. Geraldine Talley celebrated her 115th birthday on Friday with family and friends at her suburban Detroit home. A party was held in her honor after church services on Sunday. Talley was born in Georgia in 1899 and moved to Michigan in 1935. She credits her longevity to clean living and her Christian faith. Geraldine Talley has been validated as the second oldest person in the world. The 116-year-old Japanese man is the oldest. Here now is a live look from our tower cam. If the clouds have got you really riled up the past 2 days, you might not like tomorrow's forecast very much. We'll explain why. Steve has all the details coming up next.